Hello, in this video I will show you how to solve this SAT problem. So the problem is, if x over 5 is equal to k over y, when k is a constant and y equals 3 when x equals 10, what is the value of y when x equals 2? So first let's dig deeper into the problem and let's underline our important information. So first important piece of information is if x over 5 is equal to k over y. That's very important because this lets us know the proportion that we're given in order to solve the problem. So that's important. And also another thing that is important is that it's saying k is a constant. So we know that no matter what value y and x are, k will always be the same number. Our third piece of important information is here. So, and y equals 3 when x equals 10. So that's just giving us our two x and y in our proportion that we saw in the beginning of the question. And then finally, our last piece of information is the question. So it's asking us to find the value of y when x equals 2. So we're trying to find the value of y when x equals 2. Now to solve this problem, let's first write out our proportion. So we've got x over 5 is equal to k over y. That's our proportion. And what we can do first is we can take our two values that were given. So we've got x equals 3 when y equals 3 when x equals 10. Yeah, so that means we'll just plug those numbers into our equation. So that means x is 10 and y is 3. So that means 10 over 5 is equal to k over 3. So now that we have our proportion, the easiest way to find k is through something called cross multiplication. Cross multiplication is just where you take your number on this side and then you multiply it with this number, and then you take the number on the other side, which is 5, and multiply it with the other number. So that means 30. So that means 10 times 3 is 30, and 5 times k is 5k. So that means 5k is equal to 30. That is our equation when we multiply across for both sides, and this is called cross multiplication. Now let's go ahead and solve this. So we've got 5k is equal to 30. We just divide by 5 to isolate k. So that means k is equal to 30 divided by 5. 30 divided by 5 is 6. So that means k is equal to 6. Now that we've found k, we know that 6 will be k no matter what x and y are, because k is a constant, which means that we can redo our proportion. So that means we have x over 5 is equal to 6 over y. Now it's saying, now we have to regard the question. So our question is, what is the value of y when x equals 2? So now we're given one of the values. So we'll just plug that in. So we've got 2 here. So that means we have 2 over 5 is equal to 6 over y. Now, let's just multiply. Let's do our cross multiplication that we just did. So 5 times 6, this will be 30. So 5 times 6 is 30. And then we take our other two numbers. We do 2 and y. And you bring those across. like that. And that'll be 2 times y. So that means 2y is equal to 30. And now let's go ahead and divide. We've got 2y equals 30, so let's isolate y by dividing by 2. Y equals 30 divided by 2. And that means y is equal to 15. And that's our final answer, because the question is asking us to find the value of y when x equals 2. So the value of y is 15, and that is one of our answers. Now we can go ahead and check if we aren't feeling confident in our answer. So we can just plug these values back in. We can do 2 over 5 is equal to 6 over 15. All we have to do is multiply across. So 15 divided by 5 is 3, so 5 times 3 is equal to 15, and 2 times 3 is equal to 6. So we know that our solution is correct. So the value of y when x is 2 is 15. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe and look out for future videos.